Hello. Today's video answers the question, do narcissists know right from wrong? One thing I think all victims of narcissistic abuse wonder about at some point is, does the narcissist realize what they're doing is wrong? The answer is a resounding yes. Everyone knows the difference between right and wrong, barring, of course, a physical problem with the brain that may destroy that natural ability. Narcissists are no different. It's very safe to assume that if they don't have a physical problem with their brain, they know the difference between right and wrong. Evidence of this can be found in the fact that they hide the abuse and they try very hard to make sure people don't find out what they do. They will do anything to prevent their victims from telling others about their awful behavior. They'll threaten the victim not to tell anyone or shame the victim into believing the abuse was not the fault of the narcissist. They try to convince victims that the victim was at fault for making them do what they did. The abuse didn't happen the way they remember it, or maybe it didn't even happen at all. They tell everyone that the victim is crazy or a liar or anything else they can think of to discredit that victim to other people, so those other people won't believe the victim if that person speaks out. A lot of effort goes into keeping the narcissistic abuse hidden. This is evidence that they do know what they're doing is wrong. Narcissists simply don't care about what's right and wrong, which is where the problem lies. They want to do whatever they want to do without people trying to stop them, which is why they work so hard to hide it. Narcissists have chosen to do evil and abusive behavior many, many times. In doing so, they shut down that natural empathy that human beings are born with. This is why they don't feel guilt when they hurt people. Every decision to do evil shuts down that empathy just a little bit more, or sears their conscience, as some folks say. God once gave me a very good visual on this. I imagined a person standing in front of a revolving door. God was on one side of the door and Satan on the other, and both were still in that glass tube thing that surrounds revolving doors. Each decision a person made pushed the revolving door open a little bit more to either God or Satan, and closed it a little bit more to either God or Satan. Bad decisions opened it wider to Satan while closing it to God, while good decisions opened it wider to God. After a while, lots of good decisions opened the door completely to God and closed out Satan, while lots of bad decisions opened it completely to Satan and closed out God. Knowing all of this, don't be fooled if the narcissist in your life pretends to be innocent or oblivious to the pain that he or she has caused you. Many narcissists pretend they don't know what they said or did would hurt their victim, and covert narcissists in particular like to do this. Pleading ignorance is a very effective tactic for a narcissistic abuser. People are usually pretty quick to forgive someone who hurt them without intending to hurt them, but they're not that quick when someone deliberately hurts them. They're also much more apt to be lenient with someone they don't think is intentionally hurtful, and they'll overlook their bad behavior pretty easily. Also, if an abuser is forced into therapy, pleading ignorance can work well for them. Therapists will often focus their attention on explaining to the narcissist why their behavior is bad. Once their attention is focused on that narcissist, the narcissist can manipulate them however they see fit. If you think therapists can't be manipulated, you're very wrong, unfortunately. They're human just like the rest of us. Not to mention, they don't receive much teaching on cluster B personality disorders like narcissism. So unless a therapist has had personal experience with narcissistic abuse, chances are very good that a therapist can be manipulated by a narcissist. So to sum things up, yes, narcissists do know what they're doing. They do know right from wrong. Observe their behavior and you'll see that for yourself. Thank you for watching my video.